All right. Hi, guys. So welcome to the What is Coaching webinar or live coaching Q&A. My name is Meghan Eggleston, and I'm accompanied by Katie Auerhahn tonight. Thank you so much for taking the time with us tonight. We do respect your time. We do understand that most of you are a lot of you are moms like us, having kids trying to get down. I know that I just got mine down, and of course my husband's out of town, so I can't promise there won't be a little face peeking in that door at some point. But so we do respect your time. We want to really share with you what this thing is all about. Hopefully by the end of this call, you're going to get an idea if this is a fit for you, if this is something that you feel like you can be a part of, and if you feel like you could be a part of it with our teams. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started and introduce myself. Like I said, I'm Meghan Eggleston. I am the founder of Team Phoenix, which is basically just a team within Team Beachbody. I began coaching about 3 years ago, and this has turned into something I never thought possible. I didn't intend to grow a business. And that's where Katie came in. I met her on my journey, and well, we'll tell you where it ended up. So I'm just going to open up my screen and get some visuals for you guys. And we will open this up for questions at the end. On the right-hand side, you'll see there's a chat window. Also, this call will auto send or save to your email. So at the end of this, you'll be able to review it, look at it again, if you have any questions. But you were probably invited by somebody within our organization. So from either I invited you or Katie invited you or one of our coaches within our teams invited you. So we definitely encourage you to reach out to them after this call if you have any more questions. But hopefully by the end of this, you'll get all your questions answered. I hope you guys have a glass of tea or wine or something and are ready to get comfortable with us. So let's talk about who we are. Okay, you're Beachbody. This is some fitness company, right? So what does it mean to be part of a team? Team Phoenix, Team Alive, how do you do that? Well, basically, we just chose names for our team kind of based on our vision and mission for what we wanted to accomplish. And so through my story, I'll kind of share with you why I chose Team Phoenix. So I started coaching, like I said, 3 years ago. However, it was a year prior to that I kind of don't like not looking at. I'm going to unstop sharing just for a second. I'll come back to our, I kind of don't like it. Let me go back to the screen. So while I'm talking to you, I kind of want to look at you. So I literally turned my nose up at coaching about a year prior to actually starting to coach. So I am a fitness professional. It is my background. I do have a degree in kinesiology and a master's in sport management. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a group fitness instructor. I still do teach classes even. So I kind of had this weird, almost, I don't know, snobby mentality about why would I be a coach on Beachbody when I have degrees or trainings, or, certifications. I kind of approached it that way. And also the whole MLM thing freaked me out. I hated even hosting home parties at my house because I never wanted to make people feel uncomfortable, like I'm trying to sell something to them or asking them to buy something to benefit me. So, MLMs to me had a certain, they had a certain stigma, and I had a certain assumption about what they were. So I really wasn't interested. However, I found Shakeology. That's what was the kicker. That's what kind of snagged me. And I'll tell you why Shakeology grabbed me. I'm a mom of 3 young kids. I have a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old who happens to be sick in bed right now. I had a, pretty good pregnancies, my first 2, but my 3rd one really rocked me. Mariah, my little girl, she really rocked me. And I think it was a combination of the fact that I had moved to a new city, Rochester, New York, from where we were living in West Virginia. We currently live in Gainesville, Florida now, but at the time I was pregnant with my 3rd. I didn't know a soul. It was the middle of winter. I had gained I don't know how much more weight, but I gained a good 15 to 20 pounds more than I had gained, which is a lot of weight on a tiny frame. Like I'm a 5'2" person. And I suffered anxiety and depression and learned what colic was for the first time. I kind of thought it was something moms were making up. I did. I thought people were like totally making that stuff up. I was like, oh, what are you talking about? Babies cry. Well, no. So anyway, I had a rough time. And I was eating my feelings, and I was, I suffered postpartum, and I was having a really hard time getting back into shape, and kind of my mood and my anxiety and my self-esteem, which is something I always struggle with, even growing up, with self-esteem, self-worth. I had trouble with eating disorders in college or in graduate school, both college and graduate school. I struggle with eating disorders. Someone had once told me I had gained too much weight from our dance team uniform. I was on the dance team, and my coach told me I had gained too much for the uniform, and I set myself into some destructive behaviors. So I always struggle with these body image and self-worth issues. And those were really like rearing their ugly head again, as a mom just having her third baby, a lot of weight. And I was struggling to feed myself well. And I knew fitness, I knew nutrition, I knew health. Like, it was a passion of mine. I was teaching classes all through my pregnancy. But it was so hard to do. I mean, you guys know it's so hard if you're a parent just to like treat your body well. But I had this nursling that I was nursing around the clock, 2 toddler boys running around like maniacs, of course. And I wasn't feeding myself the best. And I knew I needed better nutrition and energy because of, what my responsibilities were. I found Shakeology. I was really extremely skeptical because I was, as a fitness person, as a kind of a holistic natural foods person, shakes to me seemed unnatural, man-made, or not for me, not for, if you just eat healthy, you don't need to shake, right? Like, that was my mindset. And everything that I even looked at, like the ingredients, had junk and crap. And so we're going to talk more about Shakeology later, so I don't want to get into the whole story. But when I researched the ingredients and realized they were all whole foods based, and I could get it in a vegan version because I was not doing dairy, still don't do dairy. And it was all whole foods, natural, superfoods. And there's nothing artificial, no artificial sweeteners. So I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy. I'll try that. I'll just give it a try. There's a money back guarantee. Why not? So I couldn't believe within a week I was having much more energy. My cravings were going away. It was easier for me to start losing weight. I was more satisfied. The energy was the biggest thing for me, like energy in the afternoon when I wanted to just like curl up in a ball and die from just sheer exhaustion, babies not sleeping through the night. So that's how I found Shakeology. Got on a discount. No, thank you. Do not want to be a coach. That's not for me. I have a degree, I have 2 degrees and about $36,000 in loans I still have not paid off. So I'm going to need to go back to work at some point when these kids get older and pay those off and, get a real job. And I'll do my fitness thing on the side for fun, because I enjoy it. It's my passion. Well, about a year later, after stalking coaches on social media, because in the back of my head, I think I kind of was curious. I would never have admitted it at the time, but I was curious. I thought, that would be really cool if that was like the real deal. If that was the real deal, then that would be pretty cool. But I don't think it is. And then I would see certain coaches being really salesy, and I was like, no, I do not want any of that. I do not want to sell stuff. I do not want to be obnoxious to my friends, and I hate social media, promotion. So I just wasn't feeling it, but I still wanted it to be. I wanted it to be like what I hoped it could be. And what happened was about 10 months, and it was time for the summertime, and I wanted to get back, or late spring. I decided to do a free, open an accountability group for my friends, because people came to me for fitness and nutrition advice because that was my background. So I said, hey guys, I'm trying to get myself in shape again. I really need some friends to do this with me. Let's just do this group for this X amount of time together. We're just going to cheer each other on. Let's, go fitness. Just need I needed that community, because that's what I was lacking. Also, I was in a new city. I didn't have, a lot of connections even still. I moved into New York in the middle of winter, so there was snow on the ground outside. No one was coming out of their house for months. So it was, people just don't come out of their house, especially with a newborn. so I think I was craving that connectedness and that community. So that's what I found with that, starting that group. It was like just having the cheerleaders, and I was amazed at people's results. And there was no program, there was no nutrition guidance. We were all just being each other's cheerleaders. My fitness expertise was gravy. Like, it didn't really matter. People just needed someone to like be there. They just needed support. And I was like, this is so fun. I could do this forever. But yeah, I kind of should probably, I probably should consider, some kind of compensation, because I can't invest this kind of time all the time for free, even though it's rewarding. I do have a family of 5 here to, that I'm taking care of as the stay-at-home mom. So that's how I thought, I'm going to give like a challenge group. We'll talk about those later, what those are. I'm going to give a challenge group a try, where people actually purchase a program. Because I did believe in Beachbody's programs. I used P90X prior to having kids, before I even knew there was a coaching opportunity. So I always thought they were extremely intelligently designed. As a fitness professional, I was really impressed with how well designed the programming of them was, this calendar, how they, set the nutrition plan, how they designed day-to-day, how you schedule. And it was just, I was always a big fan. So I thought, well, I'm going to do this new program. T25 is coming out next month. Would anyone like to join me? They'd already kind of heard about Shakeology, because they knew I would bring it up, because I was drinking it for nutrition in my little free group. So they said, yeah. I was like, really? It was that easy? And I was like, so we did. And that was 3 years ago. And here we are. Now I can't believe I'm beyond a full-time income, and we're the top of the company. Our team is extraordinary. We're number 39, currently ranked number 39, which is insane to me, in 3 years, out of 400,000 coaches. During this time, I began teaching classes again after my baby got to about 8 months. I'm not for sure how old she was. I don't remember how old she was, but I remember that I started teaching at a local gym, and I was teaching a turbo kick, a cardio kickboxing class that I met Katie. Katie was, were you pregnant at the time we met?
Not quite, not yet. I got pregnant while we were.
Okay. So I met Katie. She, and I'm going to let her take it over from here. And then I'll go back to our slide in a second. But yeah, I met Katie, and she was just enjoying my classes. I knew we talked about her. She had used TurboFire, which is the home DVD version, the Beachbody home DVD version of the class I was teaching. And so I'll let her share with you her story.
Okay. Thanks, Megan. Hi guys. So I am actually going to take my headphones off. Can you still hear me? It's echoing.
It is echoing.
Okay, so my story begins, actually, I got to back up before the classes and go back to when I was pregnant with my son. So I gained, he's 4 now, so 4 years ago, I gained 70 pounds when I was pregnant with him. And, you're pregnant and you don't realize that after you have the baby, the weight just doesn't come off when you give birth. And that was a real shocker to me. I had this adorable 8-pound baby, and then I had 60-something pounds left to lose. And a year in, I still hadn't lost it. I was still in maternity jeans. It just wasn't me at all. And I found TurboFire and ordered it randomly. I hadn't met Megan yet, but I loved it. I did it for 3 months religiously. Like she was talking about, these programs I designed specifically with a calendar, a nutrition plan, and I just followed it to a T. I had been a teacher before I had my son, and to spend the money on the program was a big deal for us. We had gone from 2 incomes to 1 income, and my husband actually worked in the gym where Megan taught. So we had this amazing membership, but I wanted this program, and we made it work. And then investment really, it made me invested in it. It made me do it for those 3 months, and I lost everything, and I felt amazing. And then I got pregnant with my daughter. So sometime in there is when I started taking these turbo kick classes at the gym where Megan worked, and I met her. And I didn't have like somebody like her when I had bought TurboFire. So when I found her and we started talking, I don't even know if she knows this, but I started kind of, like she had said, I kind of started Facebook stalking her. And I remember taking class with my girlfriend with her, and she's like, my girlfriend's like, oh, isn't Meghan so cute? And, you know, she's just adorable, and we love her class. And we kind of got talking and whatnot, and she really stayed in touch with me throughout my pregnancy. You know, I never really was like thinking about the coaching thing, but I knew I loved the products. I knew I knew that Shakeology was for me. I knew I was going to do it. And, you know, she was right there the whole time. You know, how are you feeling? How, we talked about like the belly hanging low and like the little belt that goes underneath it and whatnot. And she was just like the sweetest person. I remember we purchased, my husband and I purchased T25, the challenge pack from her when I was in my last couple months of pregnancy. And my husband did that. I remember from like, you know, the last maybe 3 months when I was super pregnant. And a week after I gave birth to my daughter, who's now 2.5, I remember messaging her and just be like, I want Shakeology. I want the discount. You know, I'm going to do this. And I didn't think I was going to do. I never really thought about coaching. We hadn't like talked about it a ton, but I knew I wanted the discount. I mean, if you're going to do Shakeology, getting the discount just makes sense. And from there, you know, I was really in my own little world with my kids and whatnot. But Meghan was always there for me. She's my coach who I signed up with. She was always there. I joined some clean eating challenges of hers, and I remember her messaging me and just like, you know, if you ever want to run one of your own free clean eating challenges, you know, I've got everything for you. You know, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to make the menus. You don't have to make this stuff up. I have it for you. I remember thinking, well, maybe I'll give it a shot. And it was really like, you know, a side like hobby thing for me. Like I'm talking at night when I was nursing my daughter, like, you know, on my phone, you know, in the bedroom when I was putting her to bed, or, you know, after they went to bed, I'd spend a little time on it while my husband was doing his thing. It really wasn't something where I was like, okay, I got to make an income. I want to do this full time or anything like that. But kind of as the months went by, you know, all the different training groups and the team culture that Team Phoenix has, and you know, starting to build my own team kind of naturally. It kind of just came naturally. It kind of spiraled into a business for me from there. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, it's fun to get a paycheck. Yeah, we don't need it, but we definitely cut out a lot of luxuries in order for me to stay home. So all of a sudden to have that couple extra $100 or however much each week or each month, it was kind of fun to see that come in and have, you know, like I couldn't get a pedicure before, and now we have that extra money to get a pedicure or whatever. We'll talk about this more later, but, you know, it was kind of fun to see that. And, you know, a year goes by, and all of a sudden I'm loving this enough that I want to spend a little more time on it and set my goals a little higher. And all of a sudden it's like producing a full-time income, and for the first time, like I really have this passion and like this feeling that I want to succeed at this, which I never had with my teaching career or anything else. I always just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, that's all I wanted to do. And all of a sudden I can do both. And it's been really, really cool. So that's kind of my story and how I got started.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. I'm echoing to myself. Do you hear me echoing?
I don't, but I was echoing with my headphones too. That's why I took them off. I don't know. Okay. Should I try them again? Let me try them again.
Yeah, maybe try putting those on again. Okay. Well, no, I'm not hearing it. Okay. Yeah, this is the really cool thing that I think about what we do is you never really know whose life you're going to impact when you do these things. You do it just for the passion and fun of it's fun. It's fun and fulfilling and rewarding. But to know that I was really just caring about Katie. I was not trying to I didn't know what I was even doing at the time as far as let me see if I can there it is. As far as coaching, I didn't know if I wanted to take this anywhere. So you know, to realize, like, to look back now to see, like, wow, like, it's crazy that just me connecting with this awesome other mom that, you know, the community that I was finding, connecting with other moms, has turned into something that has blessed our families incredibly. And we'll talk more later. But I just wanted to give you a little bit more an idea of, like, who Team Phoenix and who Team Alive is. Team Alive is the name that Katie chose. Team Phoenix is what I chose just to call myself. And, you know, once you get to a certain level, you decide that you want to have a team name and create your own kind of like team feeling and rah-rah. But there is basically, we all kind of have this same vision. Like, we're not about beach bodies. You know, I kind of don't like that name, just for the record. Because, you know, it's not for us about like having this six pack or necessarily, or, you know, about looking good. For me, fitness has been what kind of got me out of the pits of like low self-confidence and self-worth. Like, I got past my bulimia when I started running. I hate running to this day, but at the time it was what empowered me to take control. Because if you know anything about eating disorders, it's really not so much about the body image as it is about control. And when I started to like become, you know, fitter and stronger, it's empowering. You realize that, hey, I can do this. I'm stronger. So that's what I want for the people that I work with, who I coach. Like, I want them to see who they are. I want them to see that they have it within them. And so if you know the mythology of the phoenix, that, you know, you kind of rise out of the ashes. The phoenix rises, comes to life out of it. You know, it burns and then it rises out of the ashes. And I feel like I think of the people who come out of those dark places, because we know fitness and health and nutrition. It's not because we don't know we should eat better or we don't know how to work out. There's most of the time emotional things attached to it. You know, the reason that we don't take care of our bodies. And so I feel like that fitness has been for me and for so many others. It can be what kind of brings you out of those ashes, so to speak. So I just love the mythology of the phoenix, and that's why I chose it. So we're all about team culture. Katie said, like, being a part of this team, there is a certain feeling to be in our team. We're very collaborative. People are so loving. People are just, it's amazing to me to see how supportive and amazing this community of people is. Community is that word I just brought up. I mean, it is a sisterhood, there's men on the team, but like, you know, it's a real family. You feel like you're a part of something. And I think a lot of people, no matter what people join our team for, if it's just for the discount, if it's as a hobby, or the people who come in and decide they want to actually do this as a business, it doesn't matter what level you're on. You are part of this family, and people feel a part of it. And that is my mission and vision. Full passion, motivation. That's what we're about. You know, Katie, you want to share kind of like when you decided, like a little bit maybe how you decided to go Team Alive and what that kind of means in the context of the larger team?
Yeah, absolutely. And just for the record, I still consider myself very much a part of Team Phoenix. Just because you sort of grow and develop your own name, you still keep that culture. But I named my name Team Alive because I had a lot of trouble choosing a name. I just couldn't think of something that embodied what I was feeling. And I finally settled on Alive because you know, when I got back into shape and started working out and kind of finding myself again, more than just the health and fitness piece, but putting a little time into myself and not just my kids, which can sound selfish, but I think you have to spend time on yourself and be happy in order to be a great mom. And I wasn't doing that. So when I finally did that, I started to feel alive again. I started to feel like myself again. And I never want to go back to not feeling like that again. So that's how I picked my Team Alive name.
Yeah, and I love your little tagline, something like just because you're living doesn't mean you're alive, something like that.
Yeah, just because you're breathing doesn't mean you're alive.
Right. Mm-hmm. I love that. Okay, so we're done talking about ourselves, but it really is, I think, helpful for you to kind of know, you know, what we're about, to see if, you know, you can click with us, if we're the kind of girls you want to hang out with. Really.
Hopefully.
Yeah, right. I mean, so you want to talk
Yeah.
this maybe a little bit? Like who is this for?
Yeah, absolutely. What is a coach? First of all, coach is anyone, but a coach is a leader. They're motivators, regular people, moms, students. I have single people on my team as well, not just moms, military wives, people who work full time, moms who stay at home, really anyone who is willing and wanting to share and to grow as a person. What isn't a coach? You do not have to be a fitness expert. Trust me, you really don't have to be. You don't have to be a nutritionist. Google is my best friend. People ask me questions. I Google it and I research it and I find out the answers, but I'm not a nutritionist. And I make sure I tell people that a personal trainer, it doesn't mean you can't be, but you don't have to be. You don't have to be at your goal weight. You don't have to be a sales expert. You do not have to be business savvy. You definitely, I can tell you, I'm not a salesperson at all. You don't, or nor am I have any kind of a business background. You don't have to be that at all. And I can tell you back to, you don't have to be at your goal weight. I started right after I had my daughter, and with her, I didn't gain the 70 pounds, but I still gained 50. And sometimes, not always, but sometimes I think some people even are attracted to you more if you're on your journey. So something to keep in mind.
Yeah, that's a great point. Sorry, were you going to say something?
Nope, I'm done.
Okay. I think that's a great point. I think that is one of the best ways to grow your business, honestly, is sharing your journey. It is so inspiring to watch somebody share their struggles, share their, successes, because you get to celebrate with them and you get to relate to them as, so you'll see, this is like this image, I just shared this image. I love this image because it's like, what is a coach? Because we're all wearing like different costumes. It's an event, it's a conference that we attended, and Katie's the Superman and I'm the strange Team Phoenix here, whatever she is, I don't know, with the cape, but it was like it was a superhero theme. So anyway, that's, members of our team that traveled together to this awesome conference in Dallas. Had fun. But, like she said, you do not have to be a fitness. You don't have to know much about fitness. Beachbody provides so many resources for you. I mean, yes, there's so many places to find that information, but Beachbody gives you everything you need to like answer, certain questions about programs and nutrition. Like I said, I am a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. And so if you are somebody that does have those skills or certifications, that is not, you don't do that for money, right? Like you don't make a good living really as a fitness professional. It doesn't pay well, but you do it for passion. Like you just love fitness, and that's why I did it. I never did it for an income. But I still thought about like doing it once I was able to stay home. I thought, well, if I can do something for fun, I'll just do whatever that I want to do. But I realized those hours suck if you want to be if you have young kids. So if you are a professional and like this is something you're considering, that's a big pro to this is you do it on your time. You do it whenever you want to, and you can build your business however you want. But you do it on your time. The hours are what you want. I know if I wanted to be a trainer, I'd have to do like the early mornings and the late nights, and that's tough. So this was perfect. I realized I could be sharing passion for fitness, but support people and not have to be designing a bunch of programs all the time and writing workout schedules. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there to any of you who might be watching this tonight or on the recording, that this is an excellent opportunity if you are passionate about fitness. If you do want to have a business or grow an income or a lifestyle, helping people with fitness, I can't imagine going back to being a personal trainer. I really couldn't. I love having that knowledge, but I really don't think it would make any sense to be. I get so much of my passion fulfilled out of what we do. So common fears of coaching. Let's go through these real quick. I just want to put these out there because I've probably said almost all of those.
Yeah, me too.
And pretty much every person that joins my team has said one of these. No one will want to join me. I'm afraid of what others will think of me. I don't have sales experience. I don't have any Facebook friends. I'm scared to post on Facebook. Afraid that they won't have support or training, time, not being in shape, not being a fitness professional. So I think we kind of addressed some of these before. So, but yeah, I mean, I hear these all the time. We just put up the ones we hear the most from people and the ones that we pretty much speak. I know for me, I was afraid of what others would think of me. That was my biggest fear. My biggest fear. I really cared about people's opinions at the time. I grew from that. And that is something that, you work on over time. And that is something that we can definitely help you with. It's a personal development thing. I've grown so much through this opportunity. Now I don't care. And it's really liberating. I can't tell you how liberating it is to not care. At first I kind of had to like fake the confidence. I was like, yeah, I'm good. But, now it actually is, I feel it. And it's, but that is something that you grow through as a coach. People complain, oh gosh, I don't have any Facebook friends. Well, we show you how to do this. We show you how to grow a network organically, naturally, classy, not tacky. We don't do cold messaging. We don't subscribe to any of those yucky sales tactics. So time, there are people on our team going this business an hour a day. Yes, we'll show you how. We have all the tools and trainings to do that. We have people who do this 2 hours a day with full-time incomes. Can you believe that? In 2 years, I have a coach. She's just done this 2 hours a day, a full-time income in 2 years. Can you do that with a college degree? Like, I don't think so. And 2 hours a day, no. And I don't want to promote myself on social media. So from here, I want to kind of go into, this was my biggest concern. Okay, so I want to just open up my Facebook page just to kind of give you a little bit of an idea of, let's see, now you see how my business, it's going to freeze up on me now, isn't it? So this was my biggest fear. I used Facebook primarily just to show pictures of my kids to my family because they were all out of state, right? So I was like, just blasting my kids. Everybody loves that, right? Cute kids on Facebook. But like to think about putting, myself up there, God forbid a selfie. Like that was like the most terrifying thing in the world, a selfie. Like that terrified me. So this was my biggest hurdle to get over. And so there are a couple ways you can get around this. First of all, just take a look at some of the posts I'm sharing. Our job as coaches is to connect with people. It is to relate to people. It is to build relationships. You won't see me blasting tons of Beachbody stuff. Because it is my profession now, it is something people know that I do full time and I've become, successful with it. People will expect more of that. But as a new coach, look at what I'm sharing. I'm sharing my daughter today who had, shots and I gave her a treat. Here's what this does. It connects to other moms. It also shows that I'm real and I'm not some purist mom who won't give her kid a treat because people think, oh, she's a fitness girl. She probably doesn't eat anything unhealthy. Well, I'm showing people, this is my lifestyle. This is who I am. And the people who, someone tagged me because I sent her a shirt. I'm not fitness savvy, so I'm just sharing things that are engaging. People care. I don't know why. I really don't. But the thing is, we just want to connect. We are just relational animals. And people love to engage. They love when you ask them their opinion. So people are getting a story of who I am every day. I'm not a fashion girl. So the people who are like with me, like, girl, I get you. So I'm attracting those people. That's someone tagged me. But you'll see if you follow any successful coach's feed, they don't just blast. I'm just sharing my life. So look at this post. This is this morning, I'm drinking apple cider vinegar, water, doing my devotionals, and my son's eating his, so I'm sharing a story here. This is who I am. Faith is a part of my life. So this is going to attract people that are also, faith-based, who also have kids. They might ask, so what is apple cider vinegar water? Why would you do that? Well, I would tell them, why would I do that? I'm sprinkling, I'm breadcrumbing fitness there. There's a reason that I do that. That I drink apple cider vinegar, and I'm waiting for someone to ask me because I'm sharing. Oh, I'm always late. Why? That's part of who I am. So this is what is going on my personal feed. So a like page is something that a lot of people do when they're really nervous about sharing on social media. This is basically something that is kind of like a business page. people opt into it. If you're afraid your friends and family are just going to like disown you, they won't. Trust me, we've done this for a while. But if that is something, you know, that you really get nervous about, you know, starting with a like page is a really, not starting with it. I definitely encourage you to use I always encourage my new coaches to use their profile page. But if you use it in a way that is engaging, but it really builds your like page to build the followers, you know, invite everybody that might want to follow your fitness journey, who might want your fitness inspiration and motivation. That's what we're here to do, to inspire and motivate. So I won't go too much into the social media training. That's all part of being a coach. Like, you will get that information. I just wanted to like maybe settle some fears around social media, because I know that is a common concern. It was mine. So I'm going to go ahead and like hand it over to Katie and let her share her screen and show you what we actually do day to day. Okay, so you're coach. What do you do? Well, Katie's going to open up her screen and share it with a challenge group. Basically, we run challenge groups monthly to help people with their fitness goals. And yeah, Katie can tell you more about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so how do we do what we do? Am I screen sharing now? Okay, share. Okay, so we find people, and we will teach you how to find people in a good way. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see, let me close this stuff out. Okay, so we'll teach you how to find people. We're going to listen to their goals, get their goals. You're going to build a relationship. You're not going to sell them. You're going to build a relationship with them. And then you're going to support them in their day-to-day journey. And this is where the products come into play. This is where believing in the products come into play. You know, it's easy for me to suggest the 21-Day Fix or PIO or whatever, because I love them, and Shakeology, because I truly believe in it. And I know that if I pair them with the right program, that they're going to have success too. They're going to have the nutrition piece, they're going to have the exercise piece, and then the last piece is the accountability and the support, which is going to take place right here. I'm opening up one of my 21-day groups. Most of the coaches on our team, just about all of them, run monthly groups, and most people, I think, run 21 or 31-day groups. And this is what it looks like. It's a private Facebook group. Basically, I'm going to show you like some of the photos. Daily, we're posting sweaty selfies, recipes. This one here was a recipe like for a 21-Day Fix approved cheesecake. We do food pictures, lots of sweaty selfies, bathing suits, maybe like what's motivating you. I can't remember what that was. Someone was posting maybe, something that's motivating her. I mean, sharing recipes, results, struggles. We do like mini challenges. Like in my groups, I love to do like Win It Wednesday, and they have to do some kind of a challenge, maybe a plank challenge or wall sit, or maybe they have to post something on their public page, whatever. We do, going back up here in the file section, we share, I love to give menus. We all do menus. There are certain people on our team who are very, very gifted at creating these menus, and they're very generous with sharing them. 21-Day Fix menus, I mean, tons of them. Somebody made this for me. I'll open it. Well, maybe I won't. Well, can I open it? It's a 21-Day Fix form, and we share that kind of stuff. And then in the discussion, you can see, I mean, this is what we do on a day-to-day. Yeah, we do check-ins. Here's a check-in, and I like to throw in some fun things like, what's your favorite movie, whatever. And everyone answers that every day. Beyond the group, I keep in touch with my challengers behind the scenes quite a bit. Lots of messaging, Facebook private messages, and that kind of thing. But this kind of gives you a window into what we do day to day. You can see here, I have my new coaches help me with my group. So Carrie was one of my new coaches, and she was helping me run this. So they're kind of apprentice alongside me, so they can know exactly what to do. We like to do kind of new posts, and there's also, we'll talk about this more later, but the coaches on our team share templates of posts so we can get ideas, so you don't have to come up with everything from scratch yourself. So that's a kind of, let's see, I'm going to end the screen share if I can figure this out. Let's see. Did I end it?
Yeah, you did. You're good.
Or am I still screen? Okay.
No, you're good. No, that was good.
Technology is not my strong suit. I have learned so much about Facebook since becoming a coach. I think I had like 300 friends when I became a coach. So, and so you don't have to know everything, all the ins and outs, when you start. But so that's kind of window into what we do day to day in the 21-day groups, the longer groups, and on Facebook. So.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
You'll also notice that we do a lot of free groups. Many of you, if you might have done one with us if you're on this call. We do free groups, and here's something to know. Like Beachbody provides a ton of resources to us. Like we have so much support from the company. They give us like the how to run a challenge group. Like you will not be at a shortage for training, but we do on our team a lot of things different. We've created a lot of things that are different outside of Beachbody because in free groups, for example, I mean, I didn't create the idea of free groups, but it's not something Beachbody promotes. We really on this team view ourselves as the product, and that might be kind of scary for you to think about you being the product. I truly believe that I'm not a sales rep for Beachbody. Like I'm not an independent distributor. I mean, that's what I'm technically supposed to be called, I suppose. But I truly believe that we are the product and that we use amazing tools. And so free groups are a great way that I think we're able to relate and connect with people and show that we really do care. I think that's an important to note that we don't want to be the people on social media just selling stuff. That's yucky. No one likes it. It's annoying. We don't add people to events or groups without their permission. This is something that we really want to provide value and service. And that's why we do free groups too, is to be an outreach, to provide value and service, to show that we care. And we do actually want to help whether you ever purchase from us or not. It is really, truly fulfilling. Plus, there are many people who decide they do want to work with us longer after having that time with us. They realize, wow, this accountability thing really works. I think I should hop on that group thing that I heard about, but I wasn't ready for it. But now that I've done this free thing and I realized that's all I needed was accountability, not another, year, at the gym, pay for that year at the gym that I'm never going to go to. I really just needed support all along. So that's, if you've noticed free groups with our team, that is why. Maybe it's not something Beachbody does, but it's something that we really believe in. And we show you how to do all these things. Like what Katie was showing you. We have all the resources. We share everything. There's no secrets, like trade secrets, nothing. Like it's all out there. Katie creates amazing resources for her team, and she has a different like personality and skill set than I do, and she has different like ideas, and she'll share those right with me. And, I give freely to her. And like she was mentioning, like there's a girl on our team who's really great with menus. She shares her menu. I mean, it's like that. Like you're going to have everything you need and more. So I'm going to get to the last couple of slides so you guys can ask some questions. Because I know you probably want to know how we make money, because that's kind of important, I suppose. But first, I just wanted to mention, we've used these different fitness programs in our challenges. Like you've probably heard of some of these. P90X, 21-day fix has been mentioned. I just created this slide just to kind of put it out there. There is a fitness program for anybody. Like there is products for everybody. Like you've probably heard of P90X, Extreme Fitness, 21-day fix. You're great beginners or getting back into fitness. It's actually the best selling program. I think it's amazing. It really is a game changer for so many people. It is the best place to start. It's an incredible program. Size. It's a dance program. Tony has another program out called 22-minute hardcore that just released. That's military themed. There's also a heavy lifting one, hammer and chisel, body beast. So this is just a sampling. Pio is Pilates and yoga inspired. Country Heat's a new one coming out this summer. Evidently, I mean, I haven't taken it. I haven't learned much about it yet, except that it's like dance, but like, I don't know if it's line dancing, but it's like country. It's like country music and dancing. Like that's gonna. It looks like fun. It does. It's like a lot of fun. But so there's something to serve everybody. Like something to serve your even as a Tai Chi kind of based program for your like older. So that's a cool thing. And then you'll see that there's a performance on the performance line on the lower left-hand side. They have a performance line of supplements that are actually natural. That's so hard to find at your local vitamin nutrition store. There's so much crap out there with artificial ingredients. Sorry, I'm pretty much a purist when it comes to like putting chemicals in my body. I mean, I'm not the most like clean eater all the time, but and I'll have occasional crap like this, but like, you know, to constantly put artificial things in our body. I really try to help people to understand why not to. And I'm so excited when they can't have this performance line, because our performance supplements, like in the stores, are so, it's so hard to find quality. And so that's amazing. My husband uses it and he's loving it. And I use it too, but he is trying to get big. I'm not. Shakeology. This is like our cornerstone nutritional product. I'll just kind of like touch on it a little bit more. Here's another thing about Shakeology that here was the biggest thing for me is there are so many superfoods in it, 70 plus superfoods, digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics. These were things that I was like trying to put in smoothies from time to time, or like sprinkling flax in my oatmeal and trying to, you know, put green smoothies together and adding spirulina and chlorella. It has all of that in it in a freeze-dried form, the same way you buy it off the shelf at your natural food section. It's in the shake. It's all in there. It's crazy. I was buying probiotics. My husband was buying pre and probiotics and digestive enzymes because he's had, sorry, honey, if you're listening to this ever, serious bowel issues. So don't tell him I said that if you know him. Yeah. So drinking Shakeology changed his digestion. And I have people on my team who will just swear by that. People on our team whose blood glucose levels, I should put a disclaimer. I'm not a medical professional, but they're diabetics who've been able to decrease and get off medicine because it's not a magical shake. It's just real food, all put together in a drink that you don't have to go and like curate the ingredients from their farmer's market and then from an ethnic store because they don't actually sell chlorella. You know what I mean? Like you just can't recreate that every day. So it's amazing what you feel. If anybody's ever tried it for, you know, consistent amount of time, like 5 days to a week, they will tell you. I mean, do you have anything to share beyond that, Katie, about Shakeology?
I mean, for me, it's really helped my sugar cravings. I mean, like a lot of women out there, we want chocolate every night, right? Mm-hmm. It really helped me there. Energy, you already said. I drank it all the way through when I was nursing my daughter. From time she was a week till nurse till she was 20 months old. So just really what you said. It's the only shake I've ever tried. The only shake the first and the last shake I'll ever use.
Mm-hmm. So. Now, and I guess I should mention that it is protein too. But I never even think about, because everyone's like, oh, that's an expensive protein shake. I'm like, well, it's not quite a protein shake. It's a nutrition shake. So I forget even that, like, it is, yes, it has the 17 grams of protein, but it's the nutrition that is like really like what makes it unique.
Absolutely.
So, okay, money. All right. So I didn't get into this to make money. I thought if there's any cash that kind of came as attached to it, that would be a bonus, and yay if I could pay off some things. But I started to realize in a few weeks, you'll see that I was actually, bringing something into the house. So you make 25%. Basically, you make 25% commission off of anything you sell. But the real income will grow as you build a team, and that's through team cycle bonus. You don't have to really know what that means. Just know that building a team, adding others to your team, that's how you make full-time incomes. But people who do it as a hobby just want a little commission. Hey, look at my first 6 weeks. I don't know if there was no other production. I made $100 in 6 weeks. That's not bad, right? For someone just playing around on Facebook with their friends. I know this is probably going to seem obscene, and when I look at it, it does seem obscene. This isn't my actual last 6 weeks. I think I just made this graphic a while ago, but back 224. And these 6 weeks as a coach this year, in all 3 red business centers. What does that mean? Well, my husband has a business center that I help him run, and then second business center, which you are able to open up. It's kind of like a franchise when you hit a certain rank in the company. So $28,000 in 6 weeks. I know that's insane. It really is. I don't know. I mean, God has just provided for us. I can't even believe what he's done in my life with, he's just blessed us. Obviously I've worked hard. Obviously I've hustled. But there are other people on the team making full-time incomes, coming up on six-figure incomes as well on this team. It is, and I just show this to you just so you know it's possible. You don't necessarily need to want this coming out of the gate. Even an extra $500 in your family's budget, month to month, is huge. It paid off my student loans. That first year, I was able to crush the rest of my student loans. I thought I was going to see those until I'm 40, and I have 4 more years before that's the reality. And I paid it off 2 years ago, and that's pretty cool to be able to take that burden off of our family. Not to mention the trips, and we won't go into all the other amazing benefits, but and then this next graphic is to show you it's not get rich quick. 3 years does seem pretty crazy to build that kind of money, but the problem is so many people hear about these quote unquote get rich quick or pyramid schemes. This is not what that is, and I don't even know what that means, honestly. But you'll see. Look at the first year. It's not crazy, but it's definitely a blessing. The problem is too many people don't see huge growth in the beginning, and they think it's not for them. It's not for you, though. It's not for you if you do come into this looking for money. I truly believe that, because there have been people that have joined our team that I think came in for an income opportunity. It has to start with a heart. And you'll see that the reason I stuck in there and this snowball happened, and you'll see how crazy the snowball happens when you are consistent and reaching people's lives. That's what it's about. And I know this has blessed Katie's family. Share what's happened in your guys' household in the past few months.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I already said before, we cut out all the fluff and everything when I decided to stay home. But better than that, recently, my husband, we bought a company that he runs, in not this past January, the January before. And he did it full time with his regular job for a year, at night. And then, we did something super risky, and he gave up his regular job just, in this past December, so he could run his own company full time. And, his own company does awesome, and he has a plan to replace his former income. But I don't know if he would have taken that leap, that jump, that so risky, if I wasn't making the kind of money that I'm making. So that's a really cool feeling for me to feel like, and for him, I'm so proud of him, and we're so incredibly blessed by this. And like Megan said, I did not come into this trying to make any kind of money. I remember when I got my first $100, it was $100 for like a week. And I was like, oh my God, I made $100 in a week. And because it was so much fun, and it's just not really about the money, but there is an money aspect. And it's pretty cool when you start, you get you start making enough money to make a huge difference in your family. And I'm not nowhere near $28,000 or whatever, but what I am making is more than double what I was earning when I was working in a school. And it's been pretty incredible, and it's been pretty life changing for us. And but I'm not in it for the money at all, but it's been pretty cool.
Yeah, and I guess I should probably put this on the slide. I didn't even think about it, but just to cover my bases with legal liability, here's my disclaimer. Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success or income for the Team Beachbody Coach opportunity. Each Team Beachbody Coach income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, or skill. Just making sure I'm not promising you guys a 6-figure income in 2 years, but just know that it happens. It happens. I'm not the only one. There's definitely many, many more stories like that. So what are we looking for? Self-starters, dreamers, goal-oriented, team players, teachable, fun, passionate. This is just a fun image of us from Nashville. We had a Stars and Stripes was the theme. Really cool party. Yeah, you might not feel like you're all of these things 100% now, but the personal growth on this journey is really, it's that, honestly, it might be a second to the community that is, I mean, the friends and the family that I've made. Like, I think the personal growth, like, those are the top two things. Forget the income, forget like the fitness results and all that. But like these girls right here, like these ladies, like I love those people. They're so amazing. Having those people in my life, in the personal growth. You know, I've become more goal oriented. I've become more passionate. I've become more of a self-starter. You're going to have all kinds of tools from us, but being a self-starter is going to be crucial to really growing this business. It really has to come from within. So, you know, if you're looking for someone to like spoon feed or handhold, you know, we don't do that. We're about empowerment. We're going to give you the tools and we're going to be supporting you every step of the way. We'll match your effort. We'll be matching your effort. Something I should have mentioned at the income point is, like I said, you don't have to want huge income, but if you commit to just helping people, like they have something called Success Club. Helping 3 people a day, I'm sorry, a month, makes you hit what they call Success Club. If you do that every month, you will consistently, you will make an income. You will make a part-time and then it will lead into a full-time. I've seen it happen in my team. I mean, mind the disclaimer, but they have set it up that way. Earning Success Club, is what they call it, but we call it like, you know, just changing 3 lives, committing to helping 3 people get started on earning each month. That's what it takes. So if this is any one of, you know, any of these things is like who you are, like, then you would fit into this community of people. So Katie, you want to talk about how they get signed up? If they're like, yeah, I like you girls, you're kind of cool, I could hang out with you.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Yeah, so it's pretty easy. The best thing to do, what most people do, is you sign up with what's called the challenge pack. A challenge pack comes with a fitness program and a month of Shakeology bundled together at a discount, cheaper than if you were to buy the two separately. This way, you are, you know, you're being a product of the product. You're using what you're going to be eventually sharing. With the challenge pack, you get your $40 fee waived, which is the sign-up fee. If you don't buy the challenge pack, you have to buy you have to pay the $40 sign-up fee. If you've purchased a challenge pack with your coach previously, you're going to pay the $40 and then you're going to get that reimbursed after. A great place to start is the 21-day fix, or you can talk to your coach. I mean, the 21-day fix is it's for everybody. I love the 21-day fix. I absolutely loved it, and Turbo Fire before was like my soulmate workout. 21-day fix is a close second. Loved it. You can see the before and afters there with, you know, there's Megan's and mine's. Funny, we both were pregnant in our first one, but I think it's cool to see like where you start. And we encourage you to take your pictures and stuff too, and maybe eventually share them on Facebook if you're comfortable. But so that's how you get started. And you know, from there you'll be put into a challenge group. Just because you're signing up to be a coach does not mean you won't be supported through your journey if you're just beginning your journey. I mentioned it in the beginning when I started as a coach, even if it was just for the discount. You know, I joined Megan's clean eating challenge and whatnot. You know, so she was there every step of the way. So that's how you get started. It's pretty simple. There's nothing. You don't have to stock product. You know, you're investing in yourself with the challenge pack. But, you know, I think you need to, I think you're worth it. And, you know, that little bit of investment sometimes makes you even more committed. Your customers order through a website, so it's not like you have to, you know, spend $2,000 and be holding on to a bunch of stuff. So it's a pretty simple process.
Yeah. And, you know, what's the worst that could happen is you could join and get some great fitness results, you know, like,
yeah, right. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah, because these products are, you know, clearly super effective. Okay, here's our last slide, because we know it's getting late for you guys, and we appreciate your time, and we do want to leave some time to, if you would like to ask questions in the chat window. So we want you just to be assured that, we've mentioned this before, that you're going to be supported. You know, because it's scary starting something new, no doubt. So team website. This is something new. I see a little screenshot down there. I haven't even launched this entirely yet. This is like happening really soon. I'm in the process of editing it, but all the resources that I share with the team, and like I say, even Katie shares, or any of the other leaders on the team share, we have them all compiled in different places. So I'm putting them all on a website, which is awesome. So you'll have that. Our main place of contact is our team page on Facebook. We have a team page, all the coaches in the organization. And if you are in Katie's team, she'll have her own personal team page. You'll join a challenge group, like Katie said. You'll have the opportunity to apprentice your coach. We'll show you how to open for business, quote, open for business, meaning how to post on social media, that this is what you're doing. Help you craft that in a classy way. New coach training, you will be trained. We will give you the tools. You'll get on a one-on-one call with us before you get started in your training, so we can talk your goals. We can help choose your path, because everybody joins for different reasons and different goals. So we want to help you, personalize that. So we do provide training that will walk you through every step of the fundamentals. We have team calls a couple times a month. We have a newsletter that goes out to keep you updated weekly. I think I have redundant new coach training and new coach fast track training. Well, that's all right. New coach planner. This is something new that I am also still putting in place this month. So if you're, I think I know I have some of my current coaches on this, like, what is that? I don't have that. I am releasing that very soon. So basically it's like a little booklet almost, walking you through your first month, checking off things. So you're really tracking everything. So I just thought that'd be a really helpful way for people to, even though the training is provided to you, just to be able to see it on paper and kind of walk you through what your first month, and keep you on track of learning the basics and the fundamentals in a really just visual way. And then this last one is a success partner. We'll help you find another coach that kind of you can lock arms with, and help hold you accountable to your own goals, help run ideas by maybe even co-host challenges before you're comfortable running your own, if that's something that you might want. Success partners are really critical to growth in this business. I think I know Katie has used success partners with success. I've had, multiple partners who we really push each other and challenge each other and bounce ideas, and we are different personalities. We can learn from each other and our different personalities. So I'm going to talk about, let me get off this screen. If this is something that, you're like, I'm ready to go. Well, Katie and I are offering something to people who join our team by 8 p.m. tomorrow night. So if you're watching this, that would be tomorrow, the 24th, March 24th at 8 p.m. Let's just go with Eastern Standard Time. Who cares? We're not that tricky, whatever. We're gonna just for fun, we're offering you some team swag. So I'm wearing my Team Phoenix shirt. Actually, the back says "You're stronger than you think." But it's
cute.
team swag. And then Katie, you want to show your Team Alive shirt.
Sure.
So if you join by tomorrow night, if I personally invited you, I love your shirt. I love your colors. Or if someone on my team, if I would honor that obviously for anybody on my team, and same within Katie's. If one of Katie's coaches invited somebody that said, I'm ready to do this, and you join by tomorrow night at 8 p.m., then we'll send you your first team swag. So I hope you guys got a lot of this. I know we talked a lot, but I really wanted to give you all the information that you would need to make an informed decision. Of course, reach out to the person that personally invited you to this, or if you just found it on maybe a social media feed, someone's Facebook page, maybe mine or Katie's or another coach's, reach out to them. They would be happy to answer any questions for you. We definitely won't be. We don't push anybody into this, because something that we know about this is you really have to want it. People see through people who are pushing. We want to help people. We want people who want to be a part of what we have going on, our vision. So there is a chat window. If anybody's comfortable, I'm going to go ahead and open it up for you to feel free to type in a question. Katie and I will stick around. I don't know if you can see it, but on the right is something that says there's a chat room polls offers. And you click on chat. I'll see if Hey, type your questions here. There is a delay, though, in when our voices actually reach the audience. So sometimes there's like a little lag time before I actually see a response to a question that I ask.
That's funny.
So it just feels like awkward silence.
What do you think?
I'll just have my tea. Not thanks, Denise. Well, I'm glad that the chat window is working, so thank you, Denise. Denise says, one of my coaches, Steph, I just want to thank you for this. I liked the Facebook event you did, but I really enjoyed this. So thank you. Thanks, Steph. Yeah, we do a 3-day, they call it a 3-day backstage pass or a 3-day sneak peek on Facebook, kind of sharing information and little tidbits. So this is definitely just a different environment. So thanks for attending, Steph. Hi, thanks for sharing. What time is the webinar tomorrow, and will that be available for viewing later? There's no webinar tomorrow. No webinar tomorrow. It's just if you sign up by tomorrow night, like you're the person that invited you, they'd be able to see if you enrolled. So if that happens by tomorrow night, then we'll send you a shirt, some team swag. But this webinar will be emailed to you. It automatically will email to the address that you signed up with. So you'll get that in your inbox to check out later. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and close it out since it doesn't look like anyone else has any questions. But obviously, reach out to the person who invited you. We thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us tonight. We hope to talk to you soon and hope to see you on the team page. Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night, everyone.
And thanks, Katie, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you, Megan. Good night.
Good night.